Hello, friends. I'm back live again today to talk about anomalous action. Have you ever heard that term before? It comes from the philosophy of reality transurfing. And Reality Transurfing is a book that was written by a Russian guy named Vadim Zeland. You can listen to it for free on YouTube. It's a fascinating book that talks about how the desires of your heart manifest in the real world when you understand that you are on a certain life track and you can figure out how to switch life tracks, get yourself onto another parallel life, so to speak. So anomalous action is something that I'm pretty passionate about. I realized after I read the book that I've done it most of my life, and I credit a lot of the success that I've had in life with that because I find that most people are really stuck in a rut. Most of the people that I know have lived in the same place all their life. They follow the same routines every day. They have the same thoughts over and over and over again. And they don't really make an effort to get out and try or do something new. And that's what anomalous action is all about. It involves doing something completely different from how you've normally done it so that you can have a completely different perspective. And it can be something as small as brushing your teeth with your left hand instead of your right hand, to traveling to a foreign country or trying a new food or playing a new game or putting yourself out there and doing something that feels strange and uncomfortable. So because I have traveled a lot and lived a lot of places and been exposed to a lot of different cultures, I feel that I have a lot of experience with anomalous action. However, since my husband and I have retired 4 years ago, it does seem like we get stuck in a pattern of doing the same thing day in and day out. And I think most people are really seeking a sense of safety in the world, and they find that safety through routines, through the familiar. They like to do the same things and go the same places and eat the same foods all the time because it helps them to feel safe. And while that may be true, it doesn't help you to grow. It doesn't help you to evolve. What's the point of life if you're just going to have the same thoughts and see the same people and do the same things that you were doing 10, 20, 30 years ago? To me, that's kind of crazy. Like, we're here to grow. We're here to evolve. We're here to expand our horizons and to learn to see things from a lot of different perspectives. That's what makes us grow. So Reality Transurfing also talks about something called pendulums, and this was something I did not understand when I was younger. That's very clear to me now. Vadim Zeland says a pendulum is a strong force, an energetic force that prompts people to behave a certain way. So this force could be a religion. It could be a political movement. It could be a societal custom. It could be anything out there that you feel puts pressure on you to behave a certain way, to follow certain norms, to not go against the grain. And it wasn't clear to me for many, many years how much influence pendulums had on my life, that because I was raised a certain way with certain belief systems and in a certain country, in a certain culture, that I felt very uncomfortable when I moved away from following the pattern that the pendulum was promoting. So this is something that I encourage you to look at. Where do you go along and to get along and go with the flow? Because to buck the system or to have your own ideas about things would make you feel very uncomfortable or rejected or out of the loop in some way. That is not using your own mind to make your own decisions about your own life and do your own thing, but going with the crowd. And that's never going to get you where you want to go. So that's what I wanted to share with you today, the power of anomalous action. Today I went and had lunch all by myself, which I normally don't ever do in a restaurant, in a new restaurant that I had never been to before, just to get out of this habit of doing the same thing day in and day out. And while I was out, I had a big sale on eBay. So hooray, anomalous action for the win. That's what I have to share with you today, and I appreciate you showing up here. Feel free to drop any comments or questions that you have for me down below, and I'll talk to you next time. I'm Teresa McGallagher, and I love you. Bye-bye.